morning and welcome to Winnipeg. And it looks like we're going to have a beautiful day outside here. 22.4 degrees already. Yeah, the weather's holding. Or maybe I should say the summer's holding. It's almost September. It'll soon be fall here. I was noticing that the grass and leaves do have sort of a tinge of brown or yellow or something. It's not like it was back in May. Anyway, what else do we talk about besides the weather? Well, we usually talk about the sunrise. Yeah, we had a nice sunrise this morning. Nothing special, just nice. And now, about what we're going to do today. There's two ways I can go here. I can either, paint the parts here that we made in this first part, or I can move on and get all the other parts we are going to need, and try and paint everything on this entire step all together. And I think that's the way I'm going to go. There's two reasons. First of all, I don't have to paint everything in two different times. And the second reason is I don't want to have to clean up my airbrush and stuff like that. It's just not fun anymore like it was 5 years ago when I first got it. Okay, let's see what we can do here. It looks like some of the stuff we've already got made. The M1s. Yeah, we've got a whole, I was going to say a plethora of those. Yeah, we don't need to make those. And also the 20 millimeter guns. Don't need to make those either. Got them made. So we just got to basically get our some sort of, I guess you'd call them gun mounting platforms. They're not really gun tubs. I think we're probably, looks like there's planking on those. I haven't actually seen them yet. They're still on the sprue. So they'll be on the G sprue, G15 and G23. Okay, let's sort of just get into it here. And that's for step 46. It appears that there isn't going to be a whole lot left to do. Now, it'll probably take a while, at the rate I'm going at it. Yeah, it's talk is cheap, and talk is easy, and so probably that's why I'm doing a lot of it. Don't worry, we will get on. Yeah, we will get this ship built, all being well. I'm feeling kind of bad about using the Yamato mug, though, because, as I mentioned before, for couple of years I was harping on the Yamato. Now it looks like we're not going to be getting it. So I'm kind of feeling a little bit bad about that in a way, but I like the mug anyway. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, I've got my G sprue, and the only things left on the G sprue is this 15 and 12, which is this one, and this one here. They look like they are a mirror image to each other. However, this one here, the 26 and the 23, there is a noticeable subtle difference. So I'm thinking what I should do is maybe on the bottom of these things, just let me recompose here. Okay, now, I'll get myself organized yet. Yeah, you can sort of see that there seems to be a subtle difference between these two. Maybe it's my imagination, but I don't think so. It looks like the splinter rail is a little shorter here than it is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Sharpie on the other underside, where we're not going to see anyway, and I'm probably not going to even paint. I'll just write a 26 and a 23 a 15, and a 12. At least that's the plan. And then this entire G-sprue is ready to hang on the wall. There's nothing else left on it. Okay, now there will be no question as to which is which. Okay, let's get these things trimmed up. It seems to me that we need 18 of these, and we need 14 of these. So we've got more than enough. I think these were ammo boxes, but I'm not sure. Jeff, you are probably the most experienced viewer, at least as far as the comments go. You are the most experienced viewer when it comes to actually having served on a ship like this. I mean, you're the only one, likely, who actually drove something like this. I mean, I'm just honored. I'm blown away that there are people that are that experienced that are watching this build. Excuse me. Anyway, but we now need a whole bunch of M21s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're going both sides, so we need 16. Did I say M21s? I meant M22s. Okay, if I can't read, maybe I can't count either. Okay, so let's try and get our M22s here. There are 4 M sprues, and there are 5 22s on each one of them. Now I notice that this one's gotten itself bent here somehow. The other 3 sprues, they're all okay. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to nip off all of them, and I'm going to paint all 20 of them, or maybe 19, because I've got a feeling I'm probably going to break this trying to straighten it. Maybe I'll use some Tamiya extra thin and just sort of soften the joint there. I'll worry about that later. Okay, and it's possible that on the Missouri kit, we actually do need 20, but okay, I'm just going to go ahead now and get the pieces off the other 3 sprues. Okay, let's get those cleaned up and figure out how I'm going to stick them in something so that I can paint them. Now, I do know that one end has to go down into a hole. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just sort of make up some kind of a little jig that I can just, yeah, and I can just sort of poke them in. Drill little tiny holes into one of my rotating blocks. That'd work. Now, if I want to get myself into trouble when I'm doing something like this, whether it be a mast or whatever, you know, like the ensign flag mast on the ship that is about the same diameter, I get myself into trouble by trying to clean up the flashing where I nip it off. So what I'm going to try to do here is try and get it as flush. Well, that didn't work, did it? Okay. I don't know if this is the one or not, but okay, get it turned around here. Okay, sorry about getting my fingers in the way there. Let's just see if I can get this down here. having trouble. Probably because I'm trying to do it on camera. That's what it is. Okay, so what I tried to do, let me just check the monitor. Am I still in the field of view? Oh, more or less. Okay, now I try to get the cutter so that when I nip it off, I'm going to leave as little flashing as possible here. Now, if I am smart, I will not try to scrape that, because that's when I end up breaking the mast. And at arm's length, I don't, maybe I could get this last little bit here, can I? Or am I going to wreck something? I don't think I made it much better. Now, I suppose maybe I could, sort of scrape that a little bit, but like I've said, I'm best off just leaving that on there. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of them, and then I'm going to try and figure out how I can mount them in a block or something so that I can paint them. This is the last one. The reason I'm showing this one is because I want to show you what I've been doing here. Okay, after I've nipped it off, you'll notice that the place I nipped off is a little bit, you might say, jagged. If I can get it to turn here. Okay, just let me reposition here. Okay, I think I got it. Alright, what I've been doing is I've been taking extra thin and putting a little bit on the top there, just where the nip is. And the idea is not to drop it, but the idea is that the extra thin will meld the much of the jagged burr. Some were much more jagged than others, and it doesn't do it perfect, but it helps. It just helps. Okay, let's mount these in some sort of a rotating block now. I wonder if I should maybe put a little clip on this thing here, because I keep dropping these pieces that I pick up with the tweezers. Okay, so we're going to want to measure at find the widest dimension. 58. I'll turn it this way. I know you didn't see it, but I did actually turn it about 90 degrees. Oh, it's still 58. Maybe 55. 62. Okay, that looks like that's probably going to be about our largest dimension right there, 62. So now let's find a bit here. Very carefully, Ron, very carefully. Very carefully. I'm trying to do this on camera, that's the problem. Okay, we'll take this out. Put it back in the tin. Now we want to find a bit. Let's start right here. Okay, let's go with this one right here. Okay, so we've got ourselves a hole in the middle there, so I don't want to be trying to drill a hole right there. And I'm just going to eyeball this now. So we got to do 20 of these things. So that means we have to go 5 in one direction and 4 in the other. So let's just go like this. like this, like this. Okay, there's 5. Guess I probably could have gone a little bit more the other way, couldn't I? Well, that's okay. These are going to be turning on a rotating block. And okay, so what I'm going to try to do now is drill holes in each one of these. Then when I turn it on when it's spraying, I should be able to get the spray to go do all 20 at the same time. That's the plan. Okay, let's stick on the macro lens. Okay, if I'm off just a little bit, I don't think it's going to make any difference. The main thing is to get the 20 holes, right? Now I think the thing that I'm going to have a problem with, and I should have thought of that, I should have preset the bit so that it would, only go down a certain depth, and then that was it, to represent the hole in the deck of the ship. And that way I wouldn't have to worry about, shoving the, whatever this is supposed to be, too deep. So, but I'll figure something out. I think that this is the very first episode that I have videoed everything and not done any editing. I don't even know if the opening scene where I clunked my coffee cup down turned out. I guess I'm going to know soon because I'm going to go do that. I want to quit for today. I know it's only 12:35. There's time to do more, but there's other stuff I want to do. One of the things I want to do, and it might not be a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway, is I'm going to see if I qualify to get a motorcycle learner's permit. You don't have to have that for the little scooter I've got. Just an ordinary driver's license is good enough. But to move up to something that's going to keep up with the traffic, I gotta have at least a motorcycle learner's permit. And here in Manitoba, the place you go to is MPIC, which stands for Manitoba Public Insurance. And I don't know if they're open. I think they're on strike. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, what's the matter with these people? Do they want China to end up owning everything? Okay, yeah. Oh my goodness. We have become so greedy here in North America, I'll tell you. Yeah, I suppose I'm no better than anybody else. What am I criticizing for, right? Anyway, I'm going to call it quits for today. So thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow. All being well.